الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. أما بعد, the chapter that we're going to talk about is the dhikr we should say when waking up. So, do we say things when we wake up? Of course. You're either awake or asleep. So when you're asleep, you're unconscious, and the pen of accountability has been lifted. Nothing has been written against you. But once you wake up, it's not that I need to warm up, I need to freshen up. Immediately, once you wake up, there is a set of du'as and dhikrs that you have to say in order to be connected, in order to be among those closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. So the first one is
الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعدما أماتنا وإليه النشور.
To praise Allah Azza wa Jal for giving you life after death, and to Him is the resurrection. Whoa, 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 whoa. What life after death? When you are asleep, this is minor death. As the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, this is why the people of paradise do not sleep. Because sleep is a minor death. Now, when you wake up, this is a new life that had been given to you. So many people die in their sleep permanently. So, the first thing you do is that you praise Allah Azza wa Jal for restoring your soul. Because when you're asleep, your soul is detached. It's not aware of what's happening around it. This is why you may be seeing in a vision that you are in Jannah or in a beautiful garden, and others sleeping next to you may be in a nightmare, being followed by crocodiles and lions and scorpions and snakes, terrified. Both of you wake at the same time, you're pleasant, and he or she is so terrified. That was a small, minor death. So you always praise Allah Azza wa Jal. The first thing that comes to your mouth when you wake up, Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. The following hadith.
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم رب اغفر لي.
Which is a beautiful dua, where the Prophet ﷺ told us that whoever wakes up in the middle of the night and says this dua and asks Allah for forgiveness, Allah Azza wa Jal would forgive his sins. And if he asks Allah for something, Allah would grant him this thing. Now, I'll tell you out of experience. It took me like 2 to 3 months to try every single night when I wake up in the middle of the night to say this dua, with great failure. But Alhamdulillah, and all praise be to Allah, that after these 2 or 3 months, Alhamdulillah, every single night when I wake up in the middle of the night, I manage to say this beautiful dhikr, which is very simple. You can open your Fortress of the Muslim, read it, memorize it, and say it. And in the longer version of the hadith, the Prophet says, after you say, "Oh my Lord, forgive me, Rabbi ighfirli," the Prophet says, if you go and make wudu and pray, your prayer would be accepted. The following hadith.
الحمد لله الذي عافاني في جسدي ورد علي روحي وأذن لي بذكره.
Is also when people wake up, there are different versions, and this is the beauty of Islam. You don't have to restrict yourself to one version. Rather, in order to be contemplating upon all of them, you say this once, you say this the other night, you say this then later on. So this is praising Allah again and again and again endlessly for giving you afiyah, for giving you health in your body, in your health, and restoring your soul back into your body again. Not only that, to allow you to remember Him. And this, wallahi, is one of the greatest blessings of Allah Azza wa Jal. Do you imagine that there are so many people out there who fail to remember Allah Azza wa Jal? Finally, there are these last 10 verses of Surah Ali Imran chapter 3.
قال الله تعالى: إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك من تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد فاستجاب لهم ربهم أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعضكم من بعض فالذين هاجروا وأخرجوا من ديارهم وأوذوا في سبيلي وقاتلوا وقتلوا لأكفرن عنهم سيئاتهم ولأدخلنهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ثوابا من عند الله والله عنده حسن الثواب لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد لكن الذين اتقوا ربهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها نزلا من عند الله وما عند الله خير للأبرار وإن من أهل الكتاب لمن يؤمن بالله وما أنزل إليكم وما أنزل إليهم خاشعين لله لا يشترون بآيات الله ثمنا قليلا أولئك لهم أجرهم عند ربهم إن الله سريع الحساب يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون.
Ibn Abbas tells us, may Allah be pleased with him, that when he slept over at his aunt's house, Maymuna, who was the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, he pretended to be asleep. So in the middle of the night, when the Prophet woke up, he looked at the heavens and he recited these 10 beautiful verses of the last of Surah Al-Imran, which is a confirmed sunnah to recite. This process, these ayahs, cement the belief in Allah Azza wa Jal, the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, the virtues of women and men doing good deeds and being rewarded for it, the virtues of those who do good deeds with belief that Allah would grant them paradise, would grant them gardens of Eden in on the day of judgment. And also it highlights the reward of the people of the book who accepted Islam, like An-Najashi of Abyssinia, like Abdullah ibn Salam, one of the rabbis of the Jews. And it concludes by asking the believers to be patient and to remain steadfast and to guard the front lines of the Muslim Ummah and protected from the attacks of the enemies so that they may be successful. 10 beautiful verses of Surah Al-Imran that we always and frequently recite every single night when we wake up in the middle of the night before we start our prayer for night prayer. This is all the time we have, and until we meet next time, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب